Hi, everybody. Dr. Kristen Lloyd of Bariatric Mindset, author of Bariatric Mindset Success and Release Your Regain. So, this is video one of my Back on Track series. So, if you're here, it's because you are watching this to get back on track. So, let's get to it. The first thing I'm going to ask you about getting back on track is really for you to practice awareness. So the one thing you need to learn to get out of this video, it is to practice awareness. So if you feel that you're off track, what is it that you have been doing that has gotten you off track? And although my book, Release Your Regain, has been for regain, you may not have any regain. But if you haven't read it, highly suggest that you do because there's still a lot of good information in here. As you can see, I even in my own book will have certain things highlighted that I want to talk about. And I'm actually going to share something that comes from this book, Your Mindset About Food, digging deeper into your understanding of how you see food and how you think about food is going to make a big difference in how you interact with it, right? So, one of the things that I would talk about is how much processed foods you're having, how frequently you're getting bars and shakes and things like that rather than real foods. That may impact cravings. If you're only seeking food for pleasure, and you're not looking at the nutritional benefits of your food, there may be a wacky relationship with food. And so when you're off track, a lot of people look at habits, right? Oh, my habits are off track. But what are your habits? Are you eating 3 meals a day? Are you grazing all day? And so, yes, you do need to change your habits. However, if you catastrophize or shame yourself for your patterns or what you've been doing for 3 months, 6 months, however long up until now, right? That just makes you feel worse. It's not going to help you get back on track. It's just going to make you feel like crap. So own it, acknowledge it, as much as you can. This whole fear-based mentality of that was part of the diet mentality, I think, was to infuse fear, to force you to get back on track, right? This all or nothing thinking, it doesn't work. It just makes you feel more like crap and makes you eat more when you get into a depressive episode. So acknowledge it, acknowledge that it happened, and you can't change it. None of us can change what's happened in the past. The only thing you can do is start from where you are now. With that said, you also need to put a plan in place. You've got to decide that you're going to make changes. So you may have some real, like, come to Jesus moments, so to speak, about what you're eating, and you may need to shift what you're eating. Remove some things, and I'm not talking like remove whole food groups, but the things that a lot of people like to do are certain things like resets. And for the love of all that is holy, please don't do that because it really triggers diet mentality. And I can give you a handful of names of dietitians and nutritionists who totally agree with me, right? So there are tons of other patients out there who are advising resets, and it's not healthy. It is not healthy. It induces diet mentality and can over time create an eating disorder. And as someone who has helped people with eating disorders before, no bueno. So please don't do it. Really, this is about getting you to eat whole, healthy foods as much as you can and to create a plan that is going to not only get you back on track, but really foster lifestyle change. So that is something that you really, really want to look at. So, what are the steps that you need to take? So, whenever there's this catastrophe of, I need to get back on track, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? The other thing I want to say is, you already know. You already know. But you're asking everybody else because you doubt yourself. So I want you to start thinking about the most simple ways that you could get back on track. And no, it's not a reset, right? It's protein first. It's making sure you're getting in vegetables. It's maybe planning meal times, right? And having some different things that you can do when there may be head hunger that comes about. And so you likely already know. Maybe you need some suggestions, but also please stop saying you don't know because you're doubting yourself and you're having a moment of a freak out. So take out a pen and a sheet of paper and write down what you would do if you were going to eat healthy, not restricting, not overeating, but what are some things that you can realistically have for potentially 3 meals a day? If you need a snack or if you do need to consult with a nutritionist or dietitian, go for it. But the other thing is, what you need is not what everybody else on the internet is doing, right? You may need something tailored to you. So, this is also an opportunity to maybe reconnect with the dietitian at your surgeon's office, or if you need the names of some dietitians or nutritionists, I'm happy to connect you. So, in this whole first phase, I want you really to practice awareness and start to look at what you're doing, what you've been doing, right? What's not working, and what you need to change. So, that's part one. All it is this awareness. You haven't even started taking action yet. So by doing this, you're going to get super clear on what you need to do for you, because other people who are doing resets and potentially, restricting certain foods and don't eat that. No, 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 go do this, go do that. I talk about diet hopping and release your regain, because people will freak out and there will be people who will say, no, 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 I'm going to do keto. No, 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 I'm going to do Whole30. No, 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 I'm going to do Weight Watchers. No, no, no. Like, we had weight loss surgery for a reason. It is a tool, right? And if we are not utilizing our tool to its full capacity, then no, it's not going to work. But diets and all of these other things are not necessarily going to help, because we are creating lifestyle change. That's what we want to create. But by flipping from diet to diet to diet, how is that any different than the life that you led prior to weight loss surgery? So please take these nuggets to heart. I hope that they help you. I hope that they serve you. And I'm going to come back in video 2 and give you some more information on some action steps that you can take. So stay tuned. Lots of love, everybody. Talk to you later.